read some Wikipedia very briefly. So Northrop is the company making these airplanes, but they're not being made today. This is actually the second generation F5. This is called the Tiger II. And so the second generation is a slightly bigger, better airplane. And that was introduced in 1972. They stopped production in 1987, and 1,400 of these Tiger II airplanes were made. The plane isn't all too large. The length is under 15 meters. The wingspan is a little over 8 meters. And then the thing had max performance and speed of 1.63 Mach. The thing was generally designed to be very economical to fly, and so Northrop made a lot and sold these to many different countries. They were used by many countries, and some are probably still flying today, but they also use them for training and also to simulate combat. Like I think in the movie Top Gun, the original Top Gun, I think the Soviet plane, it was painted black, and I think it was an F-5. It was supposed to represent a MiG of some sort. And then coincidentally, the Russians actually did acquire the F-5 and used them to the development of other MiG planes. So quite interesting. Okay, let's get into this. My cat chewed the top of this thing away. You'll notice this says 2 kits, and you're supposed to have a single-seater and a 2-seater. We'll get into this some more. The decals here, I guess there's 2 identical decals, which I did get. I'm looking for a date. I don't see one. So here you can see, right, the variations in that. You got some arms. Now here's the problem. Here's the single-seater. I have it in flight mode. I have it all loaded out with the stuff. We'll get into that again. Here's the second one I got, but it's a single-seater. The reason why is here's the dual-seater window, but there's no dual-seater plastic, right? So I can't finish this. Yeah, unless I chop that window down to make it a single-seater, but then it has a ridge here, right? So they basically sent me 2 bodies of single-seaters when this was supposed to be a two-seater. So that is very, very bad quality control when you're sending a completely different model. So instruction-wise, I have to ignore this because I can never finish the 2-seater. Here's a single-seater though. Yeah, you want to paint this wing separately from the body because you lay the decal on top of this orange wing. So here's the F-5E, or F-5E, and yeah, this is the instructions thing I followed because it's a single-seater. It's cool that it comes with these little pilots. That's neat. I also put on this optional thing here, but it covers up the landing gear port, so that's why this model is built in flight mode only. Okay. If you actually were to get the 2-seater version, that's what's missing from mine. The fuselage that has the 2 seats. So that is very unfortunate. Yep. And I guess the 2-seater isn't capable of taking on that extra nose under part. Yeah, so oh well. That's very lame. Freedom, if you should see this, you gotta have better quality control. You're sending one model kit really more than 2. Okay, so let's see here. So I used Vallejo paints. I shot primer, black primer, and then some light gray over this, and then I hand painted all this. The decal sheet actually has all the striping. So you can see here the decal sheet. But there's so many decals. It's not like one big decal. Look at this. I'm not gonna sit. This would take 10 days to put all these decals on. So it was faster just to use a paintbrush and look at the reference images, and that's what I did. I just paintbrushed all this on. The only decal really though is this black one. This is basically one decal minus this registration number. So this is fine, right? But you have to be mindful is you got to match up the decal, the paintwork to match these tiger stripes, right? So I started the tiger striping and then I pushed in this thing and then I finished the painting to match these tiger stripes. This is a separate piece, maybe on a different version of this airplane. These are a different color. That's what I'm guessing. Otherwise, why would they make them separate? The actual fitment of most of the parts, minus the cockpit seems gappy, but everything down here fits together pretty nice. This though, they use very thin pegs. The pylons, this thing is so narrow. There's two little pegs and they break, right? So this broke off. There's crazy glue holding this thing on. I feel if you're going to make a deformed airplane, maybe they should be made to be easy to make. I assume a lot of kids want to make these things, but these things are so delicate. They could just design this thing to be wider and have the whole thing peg into a slot instead of having tiny pins that'll break off so easily. Here's that undercone piece. So here's the hatch for the landing gear, but this thing actually crosses over that hatch. So that's why I chose to do that closed. But it does not come with parts to cover up these landing gear recesses. So luckily they're small enough that it's not obnoxious, but something to be mindful of. Also, this is a white piece, of course, and you really can't put it in if you have this here. So you want to paint this separately, put this in, or basically don't put this fuel tank on until this is in there. But okay, what's kind of cool is the engines. These two things are separate pieces from the outer ring. So that's why I have different colors. This is like a brown, and then this is the gunmetal here because they're separate pieces. What else? These recesses, they're not, too deep, but you are going to get paint seep up the sidewalls. The canopy, what's good is the height difference of the clear versus non-clear. So if you see the toothpick here, it really butts up against this wall. So you can paint this, and then any extra paint, you just go and scrape it out. Don't use wood. Wood is abrasive, so I wouldn't use a toothpick. But this plastic toothpick is fine because it's not going to scratch up the clear. One other odd thing I find about this brand is how they don't have a decal to add a face to this. I'm going to have to get home and add a decal from Top Gun Chen to that. This is a little clear piece of plastic. It's so small, be mindful that you don't lose that. And then you can pose, there's two arms. This one is grabbing the flight stick. But there's another arm, you can just have it flat against the side. There's a decal of the gauges, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, it's really weird they wouldn't have a face decal. You could pose the head, rotate it around, but oh well. And then I'm just using some school glue to hold this in place. But yeah, it doesn't want to sit down. I don't know why. I guess I could add a lot of school glue and never open it, but I gotta get a face decal on that thing first. I don't know what this is. Please leave a comment. Is this some sort of electronics? Is this like recon camera ports? I don't know if those should be painted or not. The little machine guns are separate pieces, and it's nice that they hollowed out the middle. They don't go in very far though, so be careful about losing these. I crazy glued them in place because there's not much trapping it, so they're just touching a wall right there. It's almost like they should just have a recess so these things slide in further and don't get lost. Or just use glue. Okay, so that's it. I really wish I could have made the dual-seater version. For comparison, here's a Hasegawa F-18 egg plane, where it really looks like an egg with wings grafted onto it. Much shorter, as you can see. It's a very funky deformation being an egg. Whereas this is just a straight deformation, which I prefer. It's just like shorter and it's just stubbier, but it doesn't have an egg in the middle of it. And then AFV Club has an F5 as well. And you can see it's a different deformation. This is even stubbier, like it's not as long, right? I prefer the AFV Club. Yeah, much more. And this one has a pilot as well, and because it has a mask on, there's no need for a decal for a face. Very plain though. I don't know why there's no panel gaps down here, right? This has a bunch of much more paneling detail on the bottom than this one here. So definitely different deformations. Look how tall the Hasegawa one is. Yeah. Look up to, well, if these aren't posted yet, they'll come in the future, or maybe they're already up on the channel. So it's a real letdown that it's missing 50% of what I wanted, right? But I've already gone ahead and ordered another model kit. They have a different livery of the Sundowners, which is this kind of livery. So hopefully when I get that one, it will have the two-seater version. And so I can have a two-seater Sundowners and a single-seater ROCAF like this thing. One in flight mode, one on the ground. That's what I'm hoping for. So hopefully you can stay tuned and that video will come later. Thanks for watching. Bye now.